Well, once again, good morning everybody. I trust everybody's well. It's a beautiful day here today. We've got the sun out. There's a little bit of wind, but nothing to disrupt anything. A little bit of breeze probably helps keep you cool. The sun's blasting down. We've had torrential rain in the night. It was wicked, but well, as you can see, it's given my poor old flowers a bit of a bashing. They've took the brunt of it. All's good in the pond, fish are all good. What I'm hoping to do today is give the pond a good vacuum out. I could do with trimming back this lily a little bit. It's grown right across the pond, as you can see. It just wants taming back a little, but it is keeping the sun out of the pond. Gives the fish a bit of shade to keep out the way of the sun if they want it. Fish are all good, water's nice. Mind you, I'm about to mess it up if I vac the pond out. But yeah, they're quite lively. We've got about 20 degrees in there, 21 I think it was yesterday. Not sure what it is after the rain, whether that's altered it or not. The buddleia itself is actually, I'm not quite sure where that's going. It's grown right above everything, and I cut that back down to about 1.5 foot, and all that's grown this summer. All that lot there. The thing grows like there's no tomorrow. I should really like to take that out because that's high maintenance, and you know me, I'm not too keen of too much maintenance. But all's well here. Fish are all nice and lively. I'll give them a little bit of grub in a minute. That was Psycho just shot off there for some reason. I spooked him, I think. But all's good in the pond. The pond plants have really come on well. I'm quite pleased with them this year. They've really coming out well. Seeing as I kept them in the holding tank all winter, I wasn't quite sure about them, but they've survived alright. Water's looking good, skimmer's working well. Protein skimmer, it's working well. Here's old Chunky come for a look. There's an aeroplane going over at the minute. Oh no, it's not, it's a helicopter going over at the minute. So I apologise if that's interfering with the sound. But yeah, all's good. Water's nice and clear. It really has taken on a new level since I fitted this protein skimmer. That's the shallower end. It's about 2.6 foot deep, that down there. Going down to 4 foot the other end. The roof on the arbour that I put on, well pleased with that. It's keeping quite a lot of rubbish out of there. It's keeping that table and chairs a lot cleaner. I've also got my holding tank under there as well, but I've got these 2 blue tubs to get rid of. The wife keeps moaning they're spoiling it, so I've got them to get rid of. But yeah, well pleased I've put that roof on. There was one or two ask me where I got all the parts from for this roof. If you drop me an email, I'll gladly send you the links. Most of it came off eBay, but I'll gladly send you the links for that. If you're interested, just let me know. The sieve filter, it's going great guns. I'll whip the top off so you can have a look. Just bear with me. There we go. It's going great guns, that thing is. Well pleased with that. I've just got the top. I've got to make a top for this, a roof for it. Number one, to keep the frogs out of there. I do have to cover it down because the frogs tend to try to jump in there. All I do is just get a net, just scoop the algae out, and that's it. Takes 2 minutes. Do it a couple of times a day just to keep it clear. I suppose I could get away with doing it once, but I do it twice a day. It allows me to have a finer mesh on the RDF really. I was running a 70 and I wanted to drop down to 60. That was the idea of a sieve filter, and it's no problem at all. The RDF is brilliant. The UV in there keeps the mesh nice and clean. I get no problems from that. So it's working well, quite pleased with it. I did have a little shuffle about with the pump, and it's a lot better. I found that the rubber 90 that I'd got on the top of the pump that goes out to the outflow, I'd got the back of the pump cocked up slightly, so it wasn't on the floor, it was just sort of resting on the front 2 rubber feet. So I've adjusted that, and I have to say it's a lot better. I can still just hear it, but it's nothing like it was. It's a lot better, I must say. But these Vari pumps, wow, everybody's sold out. The whole nation's gone mad on Vario pumps. So if you can get one, you're very lucky. The 10 to 20,000 ones, you can't get them for love nor money. There's plenty of 30,000 litre a minute pumps about, but they're quite big. You want a big pond for that sort of thing. But the 10 to 20,000s, they're like gold dust at the minute. Can't seem to get them. I know there's a lot of people ask me because they want one, and where can I get one from, but to be quite honest, I don't know. Everywhere that I know are sold out. Everybody's showing sold out. Even the Aqua 40 ones, 10 to 20,000 litres, I just can't find them. They're in great demand at the moment. I have to say I love mine, I really do. I think it's brilliant. And then come winter time, I mean, I've got it running at 150 watt at the minute. It's on a nearly 90% I'm running it at. When the winter comes round, I can turn it down because you don't need the flow in the winter. Your filters aren't going to do much, you don't need as much flow. I can turn it down to about 100 watt and make a good saving on the electric bill. I think they're a brilliant idea. And they do seem to work well. Right, well what I'm doing is I'm just setting the pond vac up. As you know, I run it through a return to the pond, a filter that takes out a lot of the dirt, the larger dirt. But what I've just realised, or what I've just thought about, is I, ages ago, bought some filter wool, filter floss do they call it, and I've never used it. I've never found a use for it. So what I'm going to do is drop a layer on top there where the actual foams are. I'm going to put some on top there and see if it takes out the finer stuff as well. I've not tried this before, so I'm going to give it a try and see if it works. Save a little bit of finer dirt getting back to the pond. Try to keep the water a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to see how that works. Right, I've got some in there. Just put it on top of the foam. I shall now put my mesh in and give it a whirl, see if that does take out any of the finer stuff, and I'll let you know how it goes. I just want to show you guys what I have to deal with when I'm trying to hoover my pond out with these koi. Well guys, I've done about a third of the pond. That's the algae we've caught there. That is the actual extra the filter floss is taking out. So it is actually doing some good. I mean, the price of this stuff, I can just throw that away when I'm finished. I shan't bother with it. But it certainly is taking some out. That's quite good, and actually I can still see in my pond, whereas before I'd have been struggling to see. So it is catching a lot of dirt. So quite a good idea really. I'm pleased with the thought of that. Well guys, I'm going to call that it. I've been over the whole of the bottom of it now, and I can actually still see in my water. Not quite sure what you can see, but I can still see my fish, and I can still just see the bottom. So that's made a big improvement. That's taken a lot more dirt out. It stopped the finer stuff, not all of it, no, but it stopped a lot more of the finer stuff going in there. I've had 4 meshes, was it 4 or 5? I've had to clean it 4 or 5 times, can't remember now, like that. I've taken that out, whatever's in the end there, I've got that to take out. I've taken that. I've changed the filter floss once, as you can see there, and it's as bad again. I'll get out the light. As you can see there, and it's as bad again in there. And also my sieve. It's caught quite a bit in there as well. So we've fetched a load of old rubbish out of the pond. Well worth doing. Well guys, that's got all the pond back put away. This is about 15 minutes after. All I've done is just put the pond filter away and wash the other stuff out. So 15 or 20 minutes after, and it's clearing up unbelievable. Another hour that pond will be clear. Remarkable. So it's not going to take long to clear it all. So that bit of I don't know what you call it, filter floss, has done the trick. It saved a lot of dirt going back in there. I've got all the pond back and everything put away like I said, and I've just, these are what I've washed down. Washed all this lot down. I have actually washed that filter floss down, so I don't see why I can't use that again. Use it again next time. So it's there drying out ready. I've got on the actual foams themselves, there was very little on them. Had very little to do to them, so it did catch most of the stuff, to be quite honest. So it's pretty good stuff, and that's all ready to be put back together and put away now. Well, good morning everybody, and what a wonderful morning it is this morning. At last, my parts, I've been waiting 2 weeks for the parts to build this timed top up, and eventually they came yesterday, thank goodness. So what I've got here now is the water comes in here into the switch, the actual electronic switch, and then through into a regulating fitting, and then into the dechlorinator. Now unfortunately, after all that, I ran out of 90-degree bends, so the outflow I've had to bodge up at the minute and just put a kink in that pipe to put it back into the outflow to the pond. So I had to do a bit of a bodge up there until I get some more 90-degree bends. I couldn't believe I'd waited all that time and then found out I hadn't got enough 90s, but never mind. It's up and it's working. So basically all I do, I've got the timer in the box here. That's the timer for it. So if I want to top my pond up, basically all I do is press the button, the timer cuts in. I hope you can see that. The timer cuts in. It's now letting the flow go, so it is actually flowing through the 3 canister dechlorinator, and it's a nice trickle back in there. I'm going to set it for about 10 minutes. I've only got it set for 5 minutes at the moment because I'm just sort of trying it out, but I don't know whether you can hear it in all this noise, but the water is actually flowing through there now. Because it's restricted, it's just hissing a little bit. Yeah, that's topping my pond up and I can forget it. The actual timer switch is counting down, as you can see, and it will switch it off after the 5 minutes. So that's it, I can forget it now and it'll switch itself off when it's done. Great peace of mind. I don't have to worry about thinking of turning it off now. It'll just do its own thing. Feel a lot better about that now. It's old age, it's not good. Okay, there you can see it counting down, and then you should hear it switch off if you listen carefully as it reaches the 0, and that's it, pond topped up and switched off. Well, good morning everybody, and we're enjoying a little bit of sunshine at the moment. It's a beautiful day, really enjoying it. Now then, something has just been delivered and I want to show you guys. If we go up to the house, I'll show you what my wife's treated me to, bless her. If the camera accepts us going in the dark. Right, here it is. So you're going to see the unboxing as I do it. So we'll have a look at what she's treated me to. So I'll just put you guys on the worktop up there and we'll get this thing open. bear with me while I'm doing all this. It was actually, I don't like telling many, so keep it to yourself, but it was actually my birthday last week. And there we go. She's bought me a Pondovac 4 from Oase. Absolutely brilliant. Bless her. What a wonderful wife I've got. I won't bore you with taking all the cardboard off. I'll be back in a second. Right, well that's got it open. Let's have a look what's inside. This is one of them vacuums that hoovers constantly. It's not like my other where it stops and starts. This actually works constantly all the time. Now that's the waste hose we've got there. Book of instructions. We've got some wheels. Oh, it looks a big old beast. We've got the collection bag. You can actually put that on the end of your waste and it will siphon out all the dirt. I shall want to try to connect mine up to the actual pond return filter that I've got. But here's all the attachments. We've got a couple of brushes there. We've got what they call the algae one. I'm a bit worried about that one actually because it does feel a little bit sharp, but it's supposed to take the algae off. I'll put them down to one side. We've got another attachment, the big one, hoovering off the flat of the pond, the bottom. The big one there. Then we've got, what have we got? I'm not sure what that is. Looks like a plug of some sort. A cap to cap it off. A clear tube, you get a clear tube so you can actually see what dirt's coming up as you're hoovering it out. What have we got here? Another attachment? Or is that, let's have a look. No, I don't think it's an attachment, I think it's a connector. Yeah, that looks like the connector. It's got the valve on for opening and closing to let the water flow. We've got a cable. Everything else is wound around it, so I'm going to have to lift it out of the box now. Oh, it's heavy. It's heavy now. These will be the pipes. Your suction pipes. They're unlike normal vacuums where these are actually alloy, where you normally get plastic ones. There's 4 of them. Plus that clear tube should give us quite a reach across the pond. So there's that lot there. Now then, now the big bit, will it come out? Wow, it's heavy. There's another attachment there with a brush on it. You've got some attachments with it. What's that, 5? 5 attachments. And that's it. Handle if you want it. Well, I can't wait to give this a go. It does look the part, I have to say. Now this is the one with the dual chamber on it. So I'll lift this up. There we go. 2 chambers. So when one's filling, the other one's emptying. And then when that one's full, it goes back to the other one that should be emptied. Oh, Oh, great stuff. Constant vacuuming. That's what they're all about. Looks high-tech stuff. Great. Right, I'll carefully put that back. So, I've not long done with ponds, so I don't need to do it for another week, so I'm going to give it another week. So running this will be in my next video, I should imagine, and we'll see how it all goes. That is actually it. That's the new PondVac. PondoVac. It's the PondoVac 4. Can't wait to go and give it a whirl, really. I've got to see how it runs with my water return filter, returning the water to the pond. I want to see if I can make it so it works with that, because we're going to be moving a lot more water now and I don't want to waste that much water. My pond's not that big. That's all the kit that comes with it. You get some kit with it, I must say. That's the instruction book, something us men don't really need. But everything else, it's excellent. Good quality stuff as well, it looks. I mean, these tubes are excellent. Being metal, really good. And there was the 5 attachments, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But as I say, I'm a bit dubious about that one. Whether you could dig that into your pond liner or not, I don't know. You thought they'd have had smoother edges on that, but there you go. Dirt collection bag, so you can put it over your waste pipe to catch all the big stuff that comes out. The clear pipe that actually lets you see how much dirt you're sucking up. So yeah, quite pleased with it. So that's the kit you get with it. I've just got to put it together now and see what happens. Well, okay, that's it all put together. All ready to go, just the waste pipe to go on it. Now all that remains is to get it out there and give it a whirl. But I'll save that one for the next vid. I'll keep you all in suspense till that one. Now the hardest part has yet to come with this new PondVac. I've got to tell the missus what she bought and how much she paid for it.